morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We are here and we are live, and it's that time of day, guys. We are here to do some Sorare strategy, some Sorare gallery reviews with the members here on the channel, as well as build some lineups ahead of the weekend. We've got some giveaway action on the channel for the members as always, and it's a big weekend ahead. As well as that, helping you guys out as best as I possibly can with all those streak dilemmas, market opportunities, and everything else that we get stuck into here on the strategy show every Thursday afternoon UK time. Thanks a lot for joining us, everyone. Fist bumps on arrival. Boom. Good to see you all. Love it. And hyped up and ready to go for it. Honestly, the international dead zone is normally, like, how choppy is normally playing Sorare, being on social media and everything. And this, honestly, this international dead zone, it's been more like a holiday spa, you know, where we've just went away, we've played some cards, maybe there's been a little bit of XP, but there's been some market credits, there's been some essence getting dished out, and now coming out of the international zone, it's like, oh yeah, feel much better for that gallery. Feels a little bit better as well. We've had a lot of content going out there on instant access for all the season ticket holders for all the channels here on the member section. The first one went live yesterday, and there'll be, you know, a bunch of other ones coming out over the next couple of days, looking at the road to glory stuff, as well as primary strategy, the money strategy, and you know, everything else that kind of goes into it. So notifications are popping on my phone, so damn it. So I was trying to, I guess I'll just start with this. Oh no, I set the screen up 2 seconds, let me just fix that. But I was trying, I think I've probably been priced out of it because they will probably go cheaper at some point. Oh no, I think I had it. Where is the... There's been a glitch. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but something glitched on my end. Obviously it looks fine for you guys. That's all that matters. But I seen McBride got the number 1 for 100 quid. But the number 2 was out today, and I thought, I'm going to need to buy this at some point, you know. I could see him coming off the bench at the weekend. I could see him maybe getting a wee cheeky 66 off the bench. And that won't help his price go down, but I'm not spending too much on it. Rob, I'm pretty sure you might be in the chat, Rob. Congratulations if you're going to win this one. 2 minutes to go. I'll get a little wheel ticket out of it, so not all is lost. But we've also had today the release of the jersey mints. Now, the jersey mints for MLS were nice. They were a little bit understated, but they were cool, right? These ones, guys, are next level. If you have not seen them yet, feast your eyes upon these beauties. Love the little ticker system. It's got a nice little kind of Matrix vibe to it as well. And yeah, they're sweet. They are really cool. A full lineup of these guys would be disgusting. It would just be disgusting, you know. XP'd out its face, all cool, all the numbers like syncing up together, big scores at the bottom, big captain score. Oh, it would just look so sweet, wouldn't it? But yeah, if you've got your powder dry still, GG's to you. If you've got a stack of market credits coming out the international window, GG's to you as well for keeping them locked and loaded. I was looking at the Celtic ones, so I'll just look at them with you because I thought they were particularly stunning. Also, I'm very biased, but I did think the regular Celtic cards, the players didn't look that happy. These cards, obviously the faces are the same and stuff, but these cards look a bit happier. I really do like them, I must admit. And yeah, so it kind of also shows you the ones that they've got revealable, because it's only players that have got faces, isn't it, that have these. So yeah, they look cool. I love them. Maybe will I go for one since I've been outbid on Tuneki? Oh, Tuneki's jumped up to 70 quid. Oh, Rob's going to get my ticket. Damn it. I was looking forward to getting the ticket. I can see the chat's flying away, guys. Fist bump says I'll smash the like button, of course, on arrival. I'll catch up with you all in a wee second. So yeah, I was going to chase that down, and did I do so? There's some content out there. I'll just kind of skip into this quickly, right? Because it does kind of reference the situation at hand here. Should I bid on any of these guys? And the situation I've got at the moment. So I have spent, guys, over this window. Now, the last video I did, I think it's public, isn't it? It's not a member video. Yeah, it'll be public. I was talking about how much money, streaks, essence, all that stuff that we'd won, and that I had the wallet to go and strengthen, and it was looking probable that I was going to go and pick up a Kasper Schmeichel. What I ended up doing is I ended up picking up, for the price of a Kasper Schmeichel, including the market credits I had, which was a ton. We got super rare market credits. I don't know how much rare credits we got, and even the limiteds kicked in a bit here. But for the price of a Schmeichel, I managed to get Ederson and Skriniar. Now, Fenerbahce have just appointed Domenico Tedesco, which isn't that just so rare? Like, how often does that happen to me? Stuff like that, where, anyway, another great example of, just things that, anyway, it doesn't matter. That's a really good manager appointment. I think Fenerbahce could do very, very well with Tedesco in charge. But the thing with Tedesco is he's a very attacking-based manager. So I'm hopeful that just means maybe my guys face a few more actions and they still hit the points as much. I did think Ederson was a bit cheap on the market, and I bought these before reveal day. Maybe not screener. I think that came in after reveal day because an auction went ahead of me. But the Ederson, I tried to do that before any sort of market pushes and promotions because they were giving everyone market credits, and it felt like, oh yeah, they've probably got something lined up round the corner, which with the reveal day and now Jersey day, it feels like that was very much the case. So I tried to get in on Ederson before maybe spiked up a little bit closer to game week lock and that kind of thing. And yeah, with market credits, I've probably done alright actually. A few have went a wee bit ahead. I think that one's mine, isn't it? So anyway, by the by, so I've got some extra reinforcements. We've got a McGrath in as well. I traded away some of those Duff super rares that we bought for clues into Jamie McGrath, and I picked up a Santirod because I did have him as an in-season card, and then I kind of threw him away because he wasn't playing, and the restructuring of the regions, but we've brought him back for £8. I just thought that was a pretty good move. And wait till you see this for in-season activity. Got my championship squad. You'll see that video when it comes out. But now I've got in-season Ederson and Mitov. Now, just the way the fixtures go, Fenerbahce are playing Trabzonspor, so whatever, team 3 for that. But screener, like, the thing that stopped me buying another Celtic defender is I've got Ralston and AJ, I've got Sriracha and Tierney. I'll get a Kobe Donovan when it comes out, and I've got an Inamura. I've got every fullback available, so between the fullbacks, that's my Celtic defence. Scales, Vickers, I've got a Trusty. I'll probably get a Murray if he gets cheap enough. I just don't want to commit too much resources into that and too much of my success into that because the random rotations, they do just catch up with you. The Turkish calendar, I'm on the record repeatedly saying it's like one of the more favourable ones to go after. I do miss like one game or two over the festive period. The last game for Turkey, I think, is like 21st of December, and then they come back like 18th of Jan. So I think all told in that period, I maybe missed 3 games. So whatever, that we'll deal with that closer to the time when maybe Scales and Vickers are cheaper. With Skriniar missing out, and with Ederson missing out, like again by that time Schmeichel may be cheaper. I've got Italian keepers I can use, blah blah whatever. But anyway, so the first like 3 teams here with Iheanacho in situ, McGrath in midfield, Ederson, Skriniar, like the first 3 teams, like Theo is projected to play, who knows, right? I'm not really holding my breath on that. I would play Taneke in there if we got him. Obviously that's not going to happen now. But those 3 teams are all, and obviously I only need one of them to hit streak, which is fine. But for the divisions that they're all in, 1, 2, 3, and then I've got a second one in Division 3, the bomb squad here, which is kind of whatever, isn't it? As well as then this is a little mirror image of what I did in MLS, where the overspill, we just use a limited keeper and we just try and get the first or second streak as often as possible with the tertiary guys, which in MLS I think we've did it twice or something. So anyway, we're kind of fleshing all that out now, which is good. But it does, especially midfield, it's super thin. Midfield is still super thin, but I think the defender coming in opens up a classic spot, and in this case we've used Sané, and in this case with the extra Ederson we've used a McGregor, so we've solved some problems with that. And with Yang, don't really know how he's going to sit. Yamada the same. Feels like Kenny, because he's in the European squad, is maybe like Iheanacho's understudy, but Taneke would feel like it would just round off the options here a little bit. Balikwisha, we've also got Negren to pick up at some point as well, so it's inevitable I'll own a Negren, and when I do, again, probably more so than Taneke, it just makes a bigger difference to this overall picture, doesn't it? So yeah, we kind of got on well with that. And because of Ida's transfer, I was looking, and Paddy Roberts as well, in fact, I was looking at this thinking, I'm only 1 in-season card away. I'm on the 2nd streak for this already from the last time I cobbled together a little bad batch of players like this. So I thought, screw it, let's just go and get the Santi Rod back in because he's been playing, and whatever happens, who cares? I'm on the 2nd streak, we cross our fingers, we see what happens. And if it doesn't, again, similar to the limited strategy, we'll just put these guys out until they run out of utility and just see what they get, essentially. So that's a nice little bit of fun. And I'll pause after this. I'll come to you guys, fist bumps and catch-ups, and we'll set the request sheet. Because also on the stream, we build the giveaway teams. Now, the first giveaway teams we'll be building will be in the champion region. So just to kind of show you what I've managed to flesh out for myself so far in my main rare classic teams, it's like some really good collection plays here, some real good quality teams. I'm a big fan of all these teams, actually. They're quite hard to pick between some of them. Like, my gut tells me Rafinha should be way down the pecking order just before the international travel, but it's so hard to put Rafinha below division or below team 2 here. Doku should play. Kang's expected to play. I've got so many kind of headaches. I kind of went with my gut with the main team and just went, right, not D1, pick who I actually think, yeah, they're going to smash, and we've done that appropriately. And right before coming on, it looks like Kun is going to play for Como, so I thought, isn't that fun? We'll just put him in team 4 as the last man, because Guire is a bit iffy and all the rest of it. Do we think Donnarumma will start? I don't think that's really in question, is it? I think Donnarumma coming in has to start. So let's see. Let me pop out the chat. Fist bumps to you all, by the way, on arrival. We've got 11 likes so far. It means a lot out the 40, 50 of you that are here on YouTube. There's a bunch of you on Twitch as well. Thanks to everyone that's catching the show, wherever you're watching in from. Whatever you do on Twitch, like, share, subscribe, follow, retweet, whatever it is you're meant to do. And if you're on YouTube, of course, smash the like button. And we'll get stuck into your requests from the season ticket holders in the chat. We've got Sean Thorpe, FF Thinker, that's up first. Good to see you. Thomas Rognan, good to see you as well. It's a new name to me. Fist bump, my man. Matteo, good to see you. Chow. Also, should I sell Haaland? You said also there, but that's the first comment that I see, Thomas, to bring in more depth. Let me know your club name and what the rest of that message was. Good to see you, of course. Noisy Steve, Jorg, good to see you. Boyson, Soccer Silverback, my man, it's been a wee while. Ian Sorare's got a request in the chat, good to see you. Gareth Hughes, Rob. Rob, was that you from the Tuneki bid? Was that you? I know it's a Rob that's in the chat. I always just get some Robs and whatnot mixed up once in a while. Mikey Basson, the hero that is, good to see you. JD91, of course, in York. Harry Trades popping in there right on cue. Love to see it, my man. As always, thanks for hanging out today, Harry boy. And yeah, we throw away under 23 and all stars and bloody blah, whatever. Right, so let's just what I'll do is I'll build a champ team with you, right? And then we'll get stuck into requests, and then we'll deal with teams kind of as we go from there. But we'll at least do the first team. I'm not too sure how much we've got, because I've managed to flesh out a lot more of my goalkeepers than normal. So we might have less giveaway team entries than usual. But I don't think it'll be by much, and I think the quality will probably still remain for the better teams. When it comes to champ, yeah, the only nailed keeper we've got is Luis Jr., who's away to Atletico Madrid. I think really is unlikely to play, but might. So I think we'll pick a team. Well, we'll pick 2 teams for champ then. We'll pick a backup team in case really gets the minutes. And yeah, I don't think there's any chance Seagrass. No, mate, no bids off me. I jumped into the Telegram group. RDL, of course, Rob, of course, good to see you. Matt Harrison, good to see you. With a wee request there as well, of course, no problem, mate. I look forward to picking that up as well. Lots of good stuff ahead of this weekend. How long do you think it will take Sorare to reveal delayed cards? I hope not long. It feels like from some of the things I've heard, it's like if they've not been revealed, they're not getting revealed until after the shiny tournament. It's kind of like the quiet message that feels it's in the community somewhere. I'm not really sure where it's originated from. So I feel like maybe after the deadline for the shiny comp, they might go Friday night kind of thing, you know, late reveals or something. Because, yeah, I think they want party atmosphere, they want vibes, and maybe they don't want to dribble it out, but they want to just go, right, everyone who was missing, or a lot of the ones that were missing, are now on. So defence, like, I'm really interested to try and play Mikhail Afai, who is playing Verona, apparently, but when I looked at the Italian newspaper, it doesn't seem as confident that he was going to be playing for Cremonese. If I can scroll down on that. Yeah, he's not in the team, and if we look at the bench, he is named, just in case. Sometimes the translation kind of gets you on these, so that excites me, but I kind of see that as a red herring. We've got Rafa Marin, who's been scoring really well, pairs with the goalkeeper, probably makes a bit of sense, doesn't it? And then we've got Trippier, who's likely to play, it says here, is on set. Slendermand, Mercedes Jens, Alex Valle, Adam Buru playing Real Madrid. Tapsoba could be good, playing Eintracht. Let's do a little poll then for the second defender. Members only live stream. Schedule your live to switch to members only. Oh, that's cool. So there's a little added button here now. Oh, that's cool. I'm not really going to use that feature, I don't think, for now. Maybe that's something we do with something. Yeah, it was just on my dashboard. Sorry, there's an extra wee feature here. Right, let's start a poll. Right, so choices are for the second defender. I think Tapsoba has to be in the reckoning. I'd like to put Valle at home. At Genoa should be a pretty good game, but it's just like, how good does Valle score? He's not really getting decisives over there, but he can get 80. Does he catch do we catch lightning in a bottle and we catch the lesser spotted Alex Valle AA and DA combination. I'm not sure. Moritz Jens playing Cologne at home. Wolfsburg have signed well. Yeah, I think Jens is in the reckoning. Or maybe, do we maybe take Rafa Marin out? Yeah, let's take Rafa Marin out, the certainty. I'll take the top 2, right? So vote for your top 2. Because I don't think there's many options. Yes, it's kind of like Trippier or Lenormand. I'll add Trippier. I think he's projected, doesn't he? Newcastle at home at Wolves. Very good fixture. Yeah, 60. It's not nailed. I'll take the top 2 on this one. So I don't think there's many options. Sold my MLS Limiteds. Made a couple of additions in Rare Champ. Nice, Matt. I remember I was talking about that last week. Do you think if you buy their old club, will it become... Yes, it will, JD. If it's unrevealed, yes, it will. So it's Zinchenko here. If you have like a Zinchenko Arsenal, when you're able to open it, it will turn into Zinchenko Nottingham Forest, 100%, if it's revealable. If it's already been revealed, no. And then Boyson's talking about the hyping. Now, guys, hyping is unreal, by the way. Huge shout out. I hope this is still the case, according to Boyson's intel, because Boyson has been all over it. It's still the case. I don't think you can see it on desktop. No, I think it's a mobile only thing. But see if you look at on your phone, one of McBride's videos is in the top 100, and it has been absolutely slaying it. So well done to McBride on that. But seriously, I'll be doing a giveaway. I'll need to formulate how we're going to do it and what cards we'll do. I'll probably do a series of cards, but I'm going to put some resources behind it. And see the Sorare beginner video we've got. It's going to be on that, hitting hype goals. So if any of you want to get involved in that early, as a YouTube member or a user of YouTube, I think you can hype 3 things a week or something like that. So obviously I expect some of you will probably spam it and whatever, but the more hype that we get on that video, the more cards I'll give away. I'll format that more better or properly over the next week or something like that. But I want to get involved in that hype stuff because I think it's a wee bit of cheat code, and yeah, I'd love the content to be supported in every way possible. It feels a bit more powerful than likes, and you guys are amazing for likes. Keep liking the videos. Obviously, we know how powerful they are, but the hype thing is like, remember when Nellis first started hitting shorts and it just became like a cheat code? Feels like this hype thing could be like a cheat code for just getting videos out there a little bit more. So if you want to support the content, that's always very much appreciated. I hyped McBride's video. I seen it at 80k or something. It's like, whoa. And at the time, it was something mad. Like, I think it got top 10 or top 50, top 20. It got something pretty significant when it first came out. I have the old club for Waldemada. Yeah, so when you open that, it'll be a Newcastle Waldemada. Right, we've got the poll running. The poll is Trippier and Tapsoba. We got enough votes? Yeah, we've got just about enough. I think I'll give it another second or two, right, just in case it swings, because Marin and Jens, I'll give it another wee minute because you guys are behind. But we're looking at Tapsoba and Trips, which I don't think is actually a bad defence pair. It's pretty strong, isn't it? Not a bad looking team. 3, 2, 1. What's your opinion on Steve Cooper taking the Bromby job? It's an interesting one, isn't it? I think he played really good football. I think he's the sort of guy that would do well in that environment. He's a coach's coach, Cooper, you know. He's like a coach's kind of manager. So he'll be on the training. He'll be on the grass. He'll be like really enjoying the... I think it'll be good. Right, midfield, what do we have? Now, I've seen FDJ. I think he was in training today. We've got Ferran Torres looking to play up front. We've got Lorente. We've got Gross. Javi Guerra playing Barca away. Not a great game. Parejo. Not got a great game. Paqueta. Pac-Man himself at home to Tottenham. James Sands. Zubimendi. Arsenal at home to Forest. Could score well. Mitoma taking on Bournemouth. I think that's good actually, because I think that's a good game for Mitoma to do something in. Thomas Lamar against Celta Vigo. That could work out not too bad. Brais Mendes, of course, if he needs mentioned. Yeah, I think Mitoma is in the reckoning. Or did I just put Mitoma in? Yeah, I think I just put Mitoma in because I think decisive, capable, away from home, kind of Derby-ish vibes, isn't it? I think we take that. But the second mid could be Ferran. Could be Ferran. Or is Gross on to play? What is this? Yeah, Bundesliga, I always get conflicting reports, to be honest with you. So Gross. Yeah, so they don't have Brandt. Why? Very early draft. Chancellor Duranville. Brandt very likely to miss the game due to long overdue hand operation. Okay. So I'll need to move my Brandt. Let me open a new tab. I think I can do that easy enough because he's in an extra spot, and I think I had somebody in extra that won't really affect any of the stuff we've done so far. Like, I'm not taking Tapsoba or Trippier or Matoma, I don't think. Whereas Brandt, he's up here. Yeah, so he's bombed out now. So I probably want to put between one of these three midfielders. I'm going to go Kang. I'm going to put Kang in here. Kang's on to play. Sign me up. Actually, I kind of want to put Nicholas Kuhn there. Yeah, let's put Kuhn in this team. If I can get home at Genoa, if he's on to play, he could slay Como. We'll put Kang back in this team. There he's there. Kang. Captain Kang. How good was Kang for me last season? Just in those random game weeks. It's like, why? How did? So the thing people always just is, how? Why did you play him? It's like, well, he's projected, wasn't he? And then yeah, I was nervous on Guiri. Take Kubo, I could just throw in, I think. Jonathan David against Inter. Yeah, I might just throw Kubo in. Don't mind Olmo, but he's not nailed. It makes it hard to pick him. Although it is a low ranking team. Yeah, I'm just going to put Kubo in here. Captain Berardi. Right, sorted. Right, so we come back to this, and we're looking at Ferran Torres, Pac-Man, who else comes into the reckoning here? Baumgartner. Away to Mainz, that's not a bad game for somebody like him. We've got Rodrigo Riquelme away to Levante. We've got all the Sociedad boys, obviously, but I don't think any of them are nailed to playing. It's just a bit dodgy, isn't it? Lorente is another option. Pascal Gross. Yeah, so if Gross is into... Oh, maybe I should have just put Gross in for Brandt. What did we end up doing again? Kubo. Yeah, I might... sorry, I'm an idiot, guys. I think that's what I do. I'm happy with Kuhn going in there. But I think, yeah, we maybe put Gross in the... Oh, no, actually. The reason I liked Brandt being in there because he was set-piecing with Amiri and De Bruyne. That was kind of the build here. So, yeah, I'm an idiot. Excuse me, everyone. Let's just put Gross in if he's into play then. Set-piece midfield, Rafinha, solid centre-backs, cool goalkeeper. That was the plan with that. And then that means we've got Kuhn back in here. Fine. Ignore me. Ignore me, everyone. Sorry. Kuhn. There we go. Captain Kuhn. Right, so we had Luis Jr. It's a bit annoying. It normally remembers this stuff, doesn't it? It's annoying when it doesn't. Tapsoba, Trippier, Mitoma. And then we're about to do this poll. So we've got Ferran, we've got Paqueta, and we have Baumgartner. I think I might add Olmo or Zubimendi. Or Lamar. What does the Girona team look like? Interesting. Much changed, by the way. Lamar could be good, but wait, Celta. Jesus, man, this team has just went downhill. Fair enough, Livakovic is finally in, but it could be good. You never know. So, Rodrigo Riquelme. I'm going to put Zubimendi in, right? Vote away. Oh, thanks very much. Lies, just became a member. Just picked up your season ticket. Thank you very much for the support. And welcome to the party. Be sure to catch the Telegram link. It's in the members tab on the YouTube channel homepage. What is the championship? It's like Manager of the Month X Callum. There's a video. Oh, when will that video be out? I think it'll be out. What is today? Thursday? It'll be out tomorrow, I think, or today. Let me check. Yeah, today. So I've got a video about it today at 5 o'clock. I'll go into it in more detail, bud. I don't want to be rude, but you're as well catching that. Manager of the Month, it's a big competition. IRL prizes. Yeah, Ferran, let me know who you're weighing up for captain. Oh no, you've got it there. What do you think about Joan Garcia, Catena, Antonio Blanco, Peri Mila, Mingueza? I'm probably taking Mingueza as captain. I don't think Catena and Blanco can get above really like 70 best case scenario. Peri Mia could do alright, but I think Mingueza is your 80 merchant out of that team. Joan Garcia could be alright against Valencia. Like Valencia will get some shots off. If he can get a clean sheet, it'll be a high value one. But I'd probably go Mingueza. Do you think he could get a harder first game? Copenhagen at home? Yeah, it won't be easy. Baptism of fire. But I think he'll do well there. Right, so the poll, guys, wow, was very tight between Ferran Torres, Paqueta, Baumgartner, Zubimendi. Now, Ferran Torres is very unlikely to get 90 minutes, but he's playing up front for Barca against former club Valencia. Paqueta is very resolute, being a West Ham player at home to Tottenham. Baumgartner away to Mainz, and Baumgartner has been right in amongst the DAs recently. And Zubimendi in the engine room for Arsenal at home to Ange Postecoglou's Nottingham Forest. There'll be a lot of defensive duties to be had in that game. Does he triple his face off? Does he get like 8 interceptions and all that kind of stuff and rip up a big 80 or something? Can you share the duo link? Oh yes, I should do that. So I had to reformat it, so you'll be able to, if you could click on it now and tell me if it works, it would be very much appreciated, because I had to redo it because the old link doesn't work. Where the hell did I put it? I put it in a video somewhere. Oh, there it's there. I'll add it to the description. Oh, but I'll pop it into the live chat also. Copy, paste, and I'll add that into the description. So if you're a former Sorare manager and you want to get back in, there is a bunch of money we can both win. Join Team Quinny. Bunchies did it last time. I made out quite well from it as well, obviously. Helped fund some of these players to some extent also. It actually funded a lot of my transfer buys that I then botted for the money that I had, so I kind of lost a little bit of it maybe in the wash, but yeah, so I've added it to the description if anyone's interested, and it's in the live chat. The poll is super tight, guys. We've got 20 votes. How many of these are here live and loud? 69. Nice. 19 likes. Can we get the likes up? It would mean a lot. We'll get stuck into some strategy chat in a minute. The second team I'll be able to just click together from the guys that don't make this team. It'll be a bit easier to make. And then the All-Star one, we'll do that later. Hugo Duro always scores against Barca and Real Madrid. Football shorts. Hugo Duro is a big game player. He is. You are right. I don't think he's... The thing with Hugo Duro, I like him a lot. I've liked him ever since I laid eyes on him. Very good centre forward. He's never nailed, but yeah, he's not nailed for this game either. Santa Maria's in the building. back three. Such a weird team, Valencia. Like, what are you doing? Signed Ramazani, Hugo Duro on the bench. Lucas Beltran is signed as well. Yeah, if he comes off the bench. Oh, guys, I don't know where to end the vote. Right, we've got 24 votes now. Can we get another 6? Because it's so tight to call. It is so tight. It is on a knife edge. Is Ferran, I think he's expected to start, isn't he? But Lewandowski's been back from his little injury. Did a bit for Poland. 50-50 Ferran is. Let's see what the latest scoop is. Read the news. He's facing a turning point at the start of the season. She's played 26 minutes. Barca manager. An interesting dilemma. Established himself. Lewandowski and Ferran arrived from international commitments, and it will be tomorrow when Flick begins to refine the lineup. The rotation seems inevitable, and everything points to the Pole getting his chance in one of the 2 matches, which will be key to measuring his form and role in the season. Interesting. So who's Barca's next 2 matches? So I've got a Lewandowski as well, which I've not used, which we could use for this team as well when we get to striker. So let's investigate. What are your thoughts on Celtic fullbacks? Now, I've seen McBride's projection, and he's got Sorare and Donovan. Now, that makes like a lot of sense on the basis that Tierney and Ralston miss Scotland duty, but I see them missing Scotland duty to benefit Celtic. You know, Tierney could not play any more football, and Ralston had been playing through the pain barrier. They've both had like what, a week off, 10 days, whatever it will be. I think both of them start against Kilmarnock, and I think maybe their sub. Oh, Tierney will certainly be a sub. Sorare could play because of the surface. I could see Tierney getting an extended break. It wouldn't surprise me. Sorare could also play right back. It's a bit tough. I think it's very likely it's Tierney and Ralston, but SR Monkey, good to see you, my man. Good to see you. So Newcastle. Interesting. So do you want to start Lewandowski against Newcastle out with the cold? I don't think so. I think you start Lewandowski against Valencia, and then you start him against Newcastle. And then look at, yeah, I think Lewandowski starts. That's my personal kind of reading of that. So it's hard to back Ferran, although Ferran is very much in contention. He will come off the bench, won't he, at the very least? He could start. Maybe you think he will start, because the reports earlier in the season was Ferran is, you know, really impressed Flick, and he's been a very active member of the first team. But I think Lewandowski for Champions League is maybe the guy you want, isn't he? If you're using your squad and all that. Right, I'm going to where it. Oh Jesus! I was about to end it there. Somebody's playing about with their vote. Yes, someone is tying Ferran Torres with Baumgartner and then removing it. Whoever it is. We're on 32. So one more vote. I need 33 votes and then we'll end it. Ferran Torres and Baumgartner are neck and neck. Zubimendi and Paqueta are neck and neck. One more vote. Hit the like button if you've not done so already. Because this team, anything it wins, there we go. Boom, Ferran. Do we play both of them? Ferran it is. Okay. Right, up front, we've got Kubo, we've got Guiri. Very good game. Just expected to play 60-40 over O'Reilly. O'Reilly, I don't think, was in the Denmark team, so he's certainly been at the club training and whatever. Joe David at home to Inter. Oyarzabal at home to Real Madrid, takes penalties. Interesting to note. Diego Lopez, Malero, Baranachea. Yeah, none of these guys are really that interesting down the bottom, are they? It's really all about the top row. Where is Lewandowski? Am I tripping? Oh, there he's there. Lewandowski. Yeah, so let's do the poll. We've got Louis. We've got, after Louis, I would say Take and Guiri need to be on the list, because Take, even though it's against Real Madrid, like one decisive, he's good for 75. And Guiri is just that guy starting off. Even if he was to come off the bench, I wouldn't rule it out for him. And in the fourth option, we're looking at David, Oyarzabal. Yeah, between those two. Now, where are Inter right now? Yeah, Inter are not all that in a bag of fries right now, are they? Sorry for the expression. I'll put David on there because we have Take already from Sociedad. Craig Hunt, good to see you. Fist bumps. Get the vote going, guys. Who's the centre forward for us? I get the logic if you want to go Ferran and Lewandowski. That's 90 minutes. Both of them could score. It's kind of safe if you like the fixture in a roundabout way. It just means that when we get the team sheets out, we know one of them won't be playing. And I guess we won't be disappointed. So there's maybe a strategy in that. Maybe a strategy in that. It looks like the poll's running away with Take Kubo. Oh, it's 50-50. Take and Guiri. Not many votes are in yet. The votes are out now. Get stuck in, guys. If you've not done so already, smash the like button as well, of course. Thanks again to Lies with the dual link there for picking up their membership. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the club. And we'll go and do some requests in a wee minute. There's a few juicy ones there today. Some streaks, some gallery reconstruction, some market action, and all that good stuff. Now, we got to about 30 votes last time. I don't know if this will need that many votes. But, guys, it doesn't cost anything to vote. You don't need to be a member. It could be anyone watching the live chat. Smash the poll and let me know who you're picking up front for the giveaway team. Anything this wins, we give away on the channel here. And in the division we're in, do we have a wee... Yeah. Like, we've been quite good at getting into the top 2 to 1,000. Like, getting that amount of essence for this team, I think, is very much to be expected. But if we nail the captain, and if we get the questionable guy or two right here and there, indeed too limited. We've got the differentials on our side. We can pull cards straight off the leaderboard. So the shiny collection, cows. Thanks for the question. Good to see you, as always. Let me show you what I pulled. Me and Harry went live for it. Good to see the views on that as well, by the way. So thanks to everyone that did tune in for it. But I only got limited shinies, and Braze probably starts, but he's playing Real Madrid. Diarra's got an okay game, and Doy is playing Arsenal. But and I don't have any in-season keepers, so I would need to either get a shiny edition goalkeeper, which is like 35 quid, and then I'm playing Braze in midfield, and I'm playing a defender from the batch. I just don't think that team's going to cut it when, like, I was watching Nep's video, and he's got like Mbappe's and Dembele's, and I can't remember all his pulls, but he had some real good ones. And I know I'm getting confused now with ones he was praying for versus the ones he got, but I know we got a lot of really, really good ones. There was a bit of a PS. Did you not get Kvaratskhelia? He got a bit of a PSG play, I think. So you're up against that. I'm not buying anyone for it. If I had a team for it, I would throw it in, of course, but I'm not buying for it per se. Nice amount of, yeah, it looks like Guiri's actually taking the lead now out of Take Kubo. Expected to play, but it's not definite. That's why I shirked away from using him personally. Lewandowski's not picked up much of the vote compared to Ferran Torres. Hendo, good to see you. Still watching. Oh, thanks very much, mate. Hope you enjoyed the Ange video that went out yesterday. It seemed to do very, very well. I tried to state, like, it's no disrespect to Tottenham, right? But it is what it is. But Tottenham's, is he going per player? The Tottenham squad that he inherited and had throughout any stage of his career versus that Nottingham Forest squad that's sitting there today, it's light years better than the Tottenham squad. Yeah, some of the big guys get, prank saying all, like all these guys get mad players as shinies, It is capped and it is single entry, so that Sorare have done a decent job to kind of give it. If I had a team, I'd play it on the chance, because it is single entry and cap. But I'm not hunting it, If you had those guys, it's worth hunting, perhaps, if you had like 3 of them that are powerful. But yeah, me and Harry kind of spoke about it on the live shows we did back-to-back earlier this week. Feel free to check both those videos out if you haven't done so already. It was good crack, good fun. Will Frimpong return? I've not even thought about that, to be honest with you. Is he even... Oh, he is training. I've seen him pictured in training, actually. I never really thought about that. Nah, he's not really in the reckoning for this. Too much. Maybe on the bench. Tottenham Forest. Love that, Hendo. Love that. Love that. Alright, I think we'll end the poll there. It's Guiri that takes it. Excellent. Now, the last one we need to vote on is the final position, the best of the rest. Now, Take got some votes, so I think he'll make it. Who else got some good votes? Take, Paqueta, Baumgartner. Yeah, we've got. I'll put them down before I forget them. Take, Pac-Man, Baumgartner, and then one more guy that gets some good votes that never quite made it into the team. Do we put Lewandowski back on? Lamar could be okay. But guys like Lamar, kind of want to see a good score, and then you feel better about using them, don't you? I might put Lewandowski in this in case that was the Ferran Torres crowd's approach, and then they would vote for him. In this case, like Subimendi, Jens, Oyarzabal. Yeah, let's just put Louis. And if you want to do that double Barca thing, we can do that. Vote away. Where can we find your non-Sorare content? So it's called Quinny FC, Quinny's football community. It's not too easy to find, but I think you will find it. It's a green logo. I've just kind of started it over the last, I think it's maybe 6 weeks old or something at this point. Really good rhythm through the transfer window, but since then it's kind of died down a wee bit, and I was actually aiming on doing a lot of tactical content over the weekend, watching some games and breaking them down and whatever. But on Saturday I'm going to be in Belfast. I'm away to see Big John. I'm actually away to catch up with Nellis, which will be good crack. So actually I'll be in the pub probably most of the day watching football before the get together. But making content will be a wee bit off schedule for a few days probably. As much as Nuno's style was so different, the personnel suits both managers. Yeah, I don't think the play style will be that different. I think Nuno's, you think about the energy the front three were giving him, and what he asked of the fullbacks. I don't think it's that much of a move, to be honest with you. It feels like Ange is taking it from third gear to fourth gear. One of the Nottingham fans left a really good comment, and they said it's like a relay race. Steve Cooper started it, Nuno's carried the baton on from him, and then Ange is the next step up a wee bit, and I could get behind that kind of train of thought, that kind of imagery. Yeah, so the vote is coming in big time for Lewandowski. I think a lot of you guys voted for Ferran Torres just to cover the Barcelona striker position for 90 minutes. That's quite cool. We've only got 7 votes though, so it's not really indicative, and all the other polls we've had many more votes than that. So get voting away, and then we'll get stuck into some strategy chat once we've finished this team. I'll click together the next one. It won't take long at all. And yeah, this team's going to smash. I can feel it. No matter who goes in, if it's Paqueta at home at Tottenham, he could do very well. Baumgartner away to Mainz could do very well. Take, as we mentioned, is a one decisive 75. And Lewandowski, if Ferran Torres starts or not, it doesn't matter, because it'll be Lewandowski, and he won't finish the game, and it'll be Ferran that comes on. All quite good options. But we need to get the votes in, guys. There's not that many here. In terms of captain, I'm maybe looking at Guiri, because if Guiri starts, he's probably the highest scorer here, isn't he? I know his L5 doesn't look like it, but punches and bunches. Lorient, 16th in the table at the moment. And yeah, if Guiri fires, he fires. Matoma's maybe got a bit more credibility for captain on form, doesn't he? Away in a tough opponent, but he'll need to fight for points. Yeah, probably captain Guiri, I think. Keep the votes coming, guys. We've not yet got enough. Who should we be getting in the giveaway team? How much limited essence do I have right now? I think we might be picking a wee bit up from midweek, which will be fun. But we've currently got 500. Nice. And it's all-star for the most part. Not too sure. Yeah, maybe I got that from some of the international guys, I think. So we've got about 500 sitting there at the moment. From this game week, limited. Oh no, we didn't get anything, did we? Limited, it was all rare. Ah, okay, fine. So the weekend, yeah, we're after more. But we've got a good head start. Coming out the international break. How can I connect in Duo? Clicking the link, but it only brings me to the Sorare page. I'm a noob at this, sorry guys. So the Team Quinny thing, or the Duo Connect, is for people that previously played Sorare but haven't played it in the calendar year 2025. So if you've got an older account, it will just sync your account back up and it will link you into that promotion with me. Even though you're not a new user, you're not a sign up, it allows people to come back from the dead, kinda, if you like. So if you're a new player, you can't use it. If you've been playing in the year 2025, you can't use it. Now you can have cards still, like, it's not as if you had to have sold up or anything, but if you have not played a game week in 2025, you can get involved in the Duo Connect thing. Oof, the votes have went up and the poll is leveled out, by the way. Baumgartner's now taking the lead. Take is in close pursuit. He is actually on level with Lewandowski. So get smashing the poll, guys. We need to get the votes in here. Baumgartner's leading it right now. If we can get to like another 10 votes, I think that'll be a good reflection on where we're at, and then we'll get stuck into some strategy chat with you guys, all the season ticket holders. Baumgartner's a good one. I quite like that. Bundesliga player, an attack position, away from home, low pressure environment, in a kind of semi-positive way. 60% on to play. He's been doing it at international level. Can we look at the German newspapers? What did they say about the partner? Yes, they need to play any in-season competition, limited or rare, whatever you play. So if they can play limited Challenger, you could play limited Premier League. It doesn't matter, but you both need to play limited or you both need to play rare. Obviously, the benefit of joining my team is I do both, and I smash the scores all the time. So if you join my team, you're smashing it. But you don't need to be like, oh, I'm in champ, you need to be in champ. It's just rare or limited in season anywhere. What are we checking out here again? Leipzig. Yeah, he's on. I seen that Baku, or I heard someone talking about it on, I think it was one of Laird's streams, that Baku's got defender cards. Haskell, fist bump, good to see you. Gabe Dunn, fist bump, good to see you. Is a lineup of Raya, Van Dijk, Rice, Haaland, and Salah good? Yeah. I think you'll do alright with that. Right, I'm going to end the vote there because it's been going on for 6 minutes. Baumgartner takes it. If I can find him. Baumgartner, where are you? Rodrigo Riquelme, maybe a wee bit underrepresented in the polling today. It's a nice team. Really like that. And Thomas is gifted a membership, which Hendo's taken. Fist bumps, sees both. Love the generosity. Thank you very much. And Hendo, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the party. So we're playing Roulette, but we don't think he's not projected to play. So we're just putting this team in to try and get ourselves a bit of essence. We're not really thinking too much or too hard about this team. We'll play Valley and like Jens. Yeah, we'll get a wee Celtic defence on the go here. And then in midfield, who are the good guys that never made it? From the last one, we are looking at Paqueta. Certainly getting in this team. And we are looking at Zubimendi, Rodrigo Riquelme, Thomas Lamar. So Zubimendi. Yeah, he hasn't really done it for Arsenal yet, SO5 wise, has he? We get Danny Olmo. What was he like for Barca? Yeah, 50-50 with Fairman. I think I'd probably put Danny Olmo in this team. And then up front we've got Take and Lewandowski. We'll put Take in here. And then final man, I'm thinking Lewa, David, Oyarzabal, one of those guys. Just someone that can steal a 60 for us, maybe a 70 if we're lucky. Yeah, that's the way I'm thinking. Just someone that can get us a wee decisive. And who's most likely to do that? David, Juve at home. Two games, one goal. Oyarzabal. He's doing it for club and country a wee bit now, isn't he? I'm going to take Lewandowski. I just think no matter from the start or from the bench, Rodrigo Riquelme might be a shout as well. But I think, yeah, regardless, Lewandowski's just going to score in this game, I think. And then captain choice, probably Captain Take. He's just the most spiky, isn't he? Right, cool. Awesome. So that's our first 2 giveaway teams set for the weekend. We'll have some all-star ones to build later on. But this show isn't all about lineup building for the giveaways. It's also about you guys. I'm just closing a bunch of windows. We'll be opening them back up, I'm sure, in due course. If I go all the way back to the beginning of the chat, the first request we had in... I need to maximise that screen so I can read that again. Sorry. It was Sean Thorpe, FF Thinker. FF Thinker. Good to see you, Sean. Going for streak 4 in Prem and streak 3 in Bundes this week. Wondered if there were any pieces I could get for this game week aside from the obvious bangers. So let's have a wee peek at what we've got here. Streak 3 and 4 Prem and Bundes. Is this rare we're talking, Sean? If you're still here. I'm going to assume it's rare, I think, if you've got the cards. Prem. So it'll be limited then. Nothing to assume here. Nothing to assume here. Jorg, I can do that for members. I can't do lineup building the way we used to because we don't have Sorare data, of course. But I can have a look at kind of what you've got there and try and figure out what to build or who's your team to the best of the ability we can through this type of method. So, Prem limited, and we're thinking about streaking. So we're thinking about this weekend. I think goalkeeper options you're kind of fine with whoever you go with here. Ultimately. In defence, try to remember who has the good games this weekend. Yeah, I think you want Newcastle at home at Wolves. I think Newcastle at home at Wolves is a good one to have a defender in. Because Newcastle have been very good defensively. You've got Bruno here, who could feature quite prominently for you. Rodri's expected to play Manchester. Is he actually? I'm sure he was kind of back in the scene, wasn't he? Manchester derby will be a big one. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I see City doing a number on them here. So yeah, good midfield options. MGW, again, Ange playing Arsenal is fun. So I don't mind the little bit of Elliot Anderson, Morgan Gibbs White wild card. Yeah, even Tielemans, I think is in a bit of the ascendancy. You've got good options in midfield there. And up front. Yeah, I don't know who you're playing up front. Wirtz. Oh yeah, Wirtz has got a great game. I think from in-season your top team's quite okay, I think. I think I'd want a Newcastle defender. De Kuiper could be good. But that's a real dice roll. A real dice roll. Botman I don't think is going to play. Some of these guys could do the damage for you. But yeah, I think I would get a Newcastle defender. Who are we looking at? Livramento, just for safety. Shar. But yeah, I think Wolves have got very low chance of getting. And Newcastle at home have been very good defensively. Liverpool are always worth targeting against Burnley, I suppose, aren't they? Fulham could be sneaky with Leeds. You do have Anthony Robinson. That could be alright. Yeah, that might be the play, actually. Because he's very spiky. But again, it's a bit of a dice roll. I do think Newcastle should be a bit safer. Look at game week 1. Yeah, Livramento 80, Shar 76. Yeah, see when you click on that X, sorry, it always... See when you click on this, it just glitches and puts you back to homepage. So watch out for that. The second game against Liverpool. Livermento again. Shar not too far behind. They're shown to be the two players to get. And then against Leeds. They went different shape, haven't they, altogether? Which is just weird. But Shar coming out the better there. I would definitely entertain some Newcastle defence, Sean. Trying to stay within the cap 260. Rodri at 49 is... Oh yeah, that's brilliant, mate. That is brilliant. So if you're trying to stay in cap, who's your keeper? If you've got like Alisson or something like that, probably. Petrovic could be alright. I don't think Brighton are all that. I like Robin Roths. Not a good game this weekend, particularly though for a keeper. Leno. Yeah, against Leeds, Leno is a good shout. Really like Leno. Leeds, I don't think I've got any goals in them. I think that could be, yeah, a really good Leno week. He's at 47. Petrovic and Sinise. Yeah, I could get behind that. I think I like Leno and Livermento better, but... Or even Leno and Jedi Robinson. You've got him, don't you? I keep saying that, but I've no clap. Aye, there he's there. He's been coming off the bench. Yeah, I would just get a Newcastle defender. Sinise could be good for it, I suppose, couldn't he? Yeah. Brighton haven't been great, have they? Defence is the spot, I think, isn't it? Because you've got clearly the midfield, whether you want to take... You've got double midfield here. Any combination you fancy. Bruno, Rodri, the Forest guys, Tielemans even against Everton, isn't it? Yeah, good game for him. He could score very well. And then up front, you had Wirtz against Burnley. Like, I don't think you can really look too far beyond him, can't you? So I think it's just getting that defender right. $99 plus 49 for Rodri, leaves 112 for the other two. I think Leno is really cheap, isn't he? Oh, I don't know what we're talking about in that sense, sorry. Somebody's talking about Darlow. Go on, Quinny, lad, let's get comfy. Benny, I've been comfy for about an hour already, buddy. Good for joining us, mate. Good to see you. But, yeah, I think I'd be looking at a Newcastle defence. Or even Liverpool defence is not to be underestimated as well, but... Yeah. Who's, like, worth the squeeze, you know? What's a Van Dijk sent you back? All those cards we've looked at are in season. So you could have this classic Van Dijk. I know you want to keep it in the cap, but Van Dijk guarantees you like a 69 floor, kinda. Not really, obviously, but you know, but I don't know. You've probably got them already in classic, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, you've got all these guys as classic anyway. You don't need to buy anyone in season. You've got enough in season options. Yeah, I think that's what I'd be doing. Van Dijk or a Newcastle defender. I know you want to keep the cap, but if Sinise drops a 48 and Van Dijk drops a 68, that 4% bonus is quickly pointless. Is better a full Celtic stack or mix with Sporting Lisbon to keep the streak alive? I think Celtic will do well this weekend, but picking the team's kind of hard. Who's going to play in the front three for Celtic this weekend? Lucas Flanders. I think it's certain that Balikwisha plays. I think the Gren will play as well, but he'll be playing midfield. I expect Iheanacho to play from the start. Maybe not from the start. Just depends. Maeda's back from Japan. Should play. I think Tuneki definitely comes off the bench. Could Forrest start? Could Yang start? I'm not sure. Me and McBride will be live tonight going through the full Celtic preview on Celtsar here on YouTube. Celtsar here, all one word. Me and McBride Ace get together every Thursday at 7 o'clock and we do the full Celtic preview, so we can go into it in more detail then. Audrin, good to see you. I know, I won't be slaughtering you, mate, don't worry. Ben Crockett, just got back to watching the stream. Am I too late for a little gallery help? Let's see how we're on the first request, Ben, so we'll see how we get on. I'm loving the stream. Oh yeah, I seen you there, Ben, from previous. Good to see you, fist bump. But yeah, for the Premier League, Sean, that's... Is there anyone? I don't think you need it to add anyone in. I think your in-season classic balance works to your advantage here, where you can pick who you want. And I think you can pick a really solid team, whether you go with some of the suggestions we spoke about or the ones you already had lined up. Fingers are crossed for you. I'm sure you'll do well. Vasil just got a good game, doesn't he? Yeah, Augsburg. Rono, Hoffenheim, Baumann, Unions are playing each other, obviously, aren't they? Yeah, Vasil is good enough. I really like Rom for this weekend. Mittelstadt also. Played one, didn't play one. Stuttgart have Freiburg. Hard to know about Grimaldo, isn't it? But yeah, Rom and Vasilj. Easy picks. Amiri's probably an easy pick as well. Just after international heroism against Leipzig. He's at home. Wow, look at Rocco Rietz's L5. Youth Internationals, isn't it? Grifo, who are you playing? It's a funny Freiburg strip, red and white, isn't it? Stuttgart. Yeah, I think Amiri's an easy pick. I guess the spine going, and then up front. Yeah, Kramaric is probably alright for it. Yeah, he's on form, isn't he? International-wise, he's on form at least. Yeah, Kramaric is probably alright. I don't mind Maza, but I don't think he's really been doing it in Bundesliga. What's the classic forwards look like? Kane, yeah. Classic Kane. And then, so we're needing to double up in midfield or defence then. Or in season. I'd love to say just pick Vegeta, but I'm not that confident on him myself, to be honest with you. I think he could do good, but I don't think it's guaranteed. I think you want your Grifo to play, but Stuttgart's not a great game for him, is it? Cologne are playing Wolfsburg. I'd maybe say going back into midfield, mate. At Bundesliga. Anyone jump out? Bearing in mind this is the 4th streak we're going for, so let's have a look at the fixtures. Is there somebody we want to target? Bayern Munich at home. Is it possible? Probably not. Don't think Pavlovic scores well enough to be considered, does he? Wolfsburg have got something going now, don't they? Lovre Meyer could be fun. Max Arnold obviously as well, but I like Dortmund. Good game for them. Max Arnold, 17 quid. So let's filter those teams. Who did we like? We liked Dortmund. We liked Wolfsburg. And we liked... I'll put Bayern on. Yeah. Let's see what we've got here. Leonard Carroll's expected to play. Bit of a gamble for streak 4. Yeah, Lovren Meyer. International. I thought that wouldn't have been, but yeah, he's not as safe as I'd have hoped. Max Arnold is still a bit safer, isn't he? I'm a big Felix Nemeka fan. Big Felix Nemeka fan. I think he's a good shout for your double mid. Away to Heidenheim, on to start. Joe Bellingham should be the guy, isn't there yet. Yeah, Nemeka hat tenor. Gross the set piece man, of course. It's maybe a better shout. I think Nemeka just gets in the box a lot more, but it's much more of an attacking midfielder. Yeah, so I'm looking at Felix Nemeka, Pascal Gross, Max Arnold. One of those three, buddy, is what I'd be looking at. Lovren Meyer, laterally. Leonard Carroll, laterally. I don't see Pavlovic here. Oh, there he's there. So how does he score? 15 quid? If he starts, he's no bad for it, by the way. He's no bad for a cheeky, like, mini Kimmich. Doesn't get DAs, but Pavlovic isn't bad. I think you could get one of those wee 63s out of him on AA. Maybe it lets you down with a 58. I would do that. Double midfield. Alf, good to see you. I'm very good, my man. How are you? Raya, Eze, Kolomuani, Wissa and Botman. I don't think Botman's on to play, Lies. We just looked at the Newcastle defence and it was Shar and Byrne. So I don't think you can use Botman. I always forget about Kolomuani's move. Bundesliga midfielder for the weekend, Rico, man. Streak 4 for Sean Thorpe. I'm kind of at Arnold, Gross and Nemeka. Out of the fixtures we've seen and out of who's got in his gallery. Amiri goes in and it's to partner him in a double midfield. Rom will be in defence and classic Kane would be up front. Or I wonder actually, is there a in-season forward that's maybe a bit more reliable than some of these guys to get into the 70s? Because you do kind of need an in-season forward of sorts. You can still play Kane, go double striker. But yeah, like Nabry, 40 quid. If Bayer can get a DA. But yeah, Nabry at home. He's not nailed, is he? That's annoying. Nabry should start the game, but also Jackson has some chance to start. We assume they ease him in with a proper 30 minutes to sub against Hamburg. Yeah. That's a tough one, actually. A DM, Jurassic at 80. Yeah, I don't know if the forward option really gives us more avenues here. Sinani, set piece taker for St. Pauli. Got the other St. Pauli guy here. Might not be bad. At home to Augsburg. That should be good. But yeah, 5th and 7th. Augsburg are no pushovers. think the midfield move is the better one. Or there is, yeah, we've not even looked at defence. I've said just go double mid. That's just what I'm like. But is there a double defence play? Maybe there is actually. Yeah, you do have middle stat. Yeah, you do have middle stat. Yeah, we could just go double defence. Middle stat Rom. Yeah. At home to Freiburg. Away to Freiburg. What does away look like? Oh, away looks good. Oh yeah, away looks really good. Middle stat away, guys. That's a thing. Yeah, so I've just spent a lot of time on nothing there, I guess. But middle stat Rom, double defence, Amiri mid, classic Kane up front. I don't think you need to do anything. This is Sean Thorpe, FF Thinker. I've got pop-out chats everywhere, by the way. Right, so this one I can just probably leave at the top. Right, so after Sean, Thomas, you asked something and I asked you to elaborate, so I'll see if you've caught up with that. Boyson has just come in with in-season, limited and rares. What does that mean? Like what we're doing. Ian, bonjour Quinny. Or no, Silverback was bonjour. Ian is afternoon Quinny. Started afresh this season with a 80 quid road to glory. You reckon I have enough in Challenger now that I can start to build in Contender? Going for 2 streaks a week. Nice. Okay, let's look at Ian. The re-up, the remix. So let me read the question again. Started fresh but 80 quid road to glory. You reckon I have enough in Challenger that I can now go to the second team to go for 2 streaks? Roger. Right, let's have a peek. Goalie. Kucherenko. Yeah, 3 keepers. 2 backups that could come in. I like Gutierrez. Hopefully that pays off for us all. In-season defence feels a bit soft. What do the classics look like? Just the one. This guy's doing... Some of them are doing alright actually, aren't they? Maybe I'm being a bit harsh. Yeah, some of these guys seem to be doing no bad. Ridvan Yilmaz. Declan John. Will Ferry. In midfield. Philip Palmer. It's a cool looking kind of kit and card situation, isn't it? He's showed up, hasn't he? McGrath. Segovia. Nice. Nice pickup, Ian. That is shrewd, my man. In season Segovia. That is nice. Yeah, I feel like the defence in the mid, like I like some of the players obviously, but it just feels for 3 teams a wee bit soft. I'll double check classics obviously for midfield, but up front I think you're cool. Yeah. Single forward especially, you can go double forward once in a while. At classic, yeah, got a nice little bit of depth there. Let's just look at midfield with classics on. Sarah, Cockchew. Yeah. The question is, do we have enough strength to move now and try and build some contender stuff? We have 0 contender right now, as far as I can tell. I think the I would like one more in-season defender. I think that would be, I'd probably agree with you. Yeah, you're just there. So when I looked at that defence, like you don't have the same quality options in defence for Classic that you do for in-season. If we still got this on, all we do. The Svetkovic guy scores alright, doesn't he? He's quite regular for Rapid. Yeah, he's alright, I guess, isn't he? But I don't know. 3 going on 4 teams. I don't know, I just feel like one defender. I don't know if it's because Will Ferry let me down last year, and this Jensen I thought would be doing a lot better than this year than what he started with. So I don't know if it's those two that are kind of in Gutierrez. Oh, maybe he should be amazing. We just need to get him on the pitch for Napoli. But it just feels like, yeah, like he should be better. I know Ferry let me down, he'll probably let you down. This Noster doesn't do much. So it's just kind of like a wee bit of covering the guys that haven't appeared that you've got actually accounted for there. I think in midfield you're fine for the 3 teams. Going into 4, you're asking for everyone to be doing their part, I think, though. It's maybe not something to worry about just yet. And up front, classics and in seasons, I think you get good options. So yeah, like one in season defender. Excuse me. One in season defender is what I think. Victor, you just need there's a join button just below the video. There's also a link in the description or in the live chat. Click on any of those things. YouTube will walk you through it. I give away all my limiteds to the members. We do this show once a week, and we have a Telegram group, which is just like WhatsApp and Discord, but a lot better. It's £1 a week, £4 a month, if you want to become a member. But yeah, Ian, I really like the build. It's like effectively modest. You know, you've got good scores, you've not overspent really on anyone, and you've got good quality options. You do need to really be on your toes with a gallery like this, like who's in form, who's going to be playing. I like it a lot. But yeah, I think one in season defender, and I think, yeah, if you want to build in our region, you'll probably be able to leave this alone now and not really worry about building your teams every week and go, oh crap, I've not really got an option here or there. Excuse me. I don't think jersey mints qualify for specials, Gareth. Sorry, I didn't answer that earlier. Yeah, they do it. Yeah, so when you say that, Ian, I thought Turkey did play all the way through, but you're saying they have a Christmas break this year, so they've changed their ways. I would put Ben Sabaini over Kuto in your main team. He's more of a steady scorer. Jorg. I kind of agree with you, right? But see with that team, I'm just like, that team's got Rom in it. I just wanted to go Rom and Kuto and just go fullbacks, just hell for leather. And Ben Sabaini is with like Aguerd, I think, or something like that. Yeah. So I tried to go like fullbacks and centre backs. Appreciate the insight, but it does give me some food for thought. I will take it under consideration for sure. Matt Harrison, hey Quinny, any chance you could take a look at the champ editions I made after last week's review? Of course, man, let's do it. Matt Harrison. I normally set all the requests up at the beginning, but we've done that kind of different running order today. Was it the rare or the limit? I think it was the rares, wasn't it? No. Must be the limiteds. Sweet. Make it a bit easier to see since there's less cards. Or no, it's his highest average score. Sorry, let's do new. Let's do rare again, just to double check. You will need to remind me, was it rares where we're looking at? I really like the price of that Referral, by the way, under a tenner. That's a fun card. 95p for Dorsch, if Hendo's still here. 95p for Dorsch. 191 for Aspas. It's incredibly still playing, isn't it? So this is Matt. Sold all my MLS limiteds for about £25. Made a couple of additions at Rare Champ and used the rest with some market credits on La Liga Limited in season. Keen to see what you think. I think that, you know, Dorsch I'm a huge fan of. He's just not really a champion level guy. He's actually had a bit of form, hasn't he? I remember that last season, been quite happy for him. I'm a big fan of him. I need to own a Dorsch card myself at some point, but I'm just in no rush. I like him a lot. Does he... Can I filter this into... Champ? Okay, let's look at mid. So we've got Ravella too. I think Ravella's a good addition. And yeah, for like Dorsch coming into team 4 or whatever he's going to be doing for you is fine. So you've got Tielemans, Paqueta, Amiri, Kakare I hope can continue to do good. Grifo we know is reliable. Tavernier can be fun. Gobo's in a good spot also. So you've got even Munetsi and Yangel Herrera down here, Boudowie, whatever his name is. Yeah, you've got midfield options. I think Ravella's a great addition, nice price as well. And Dorsch is just kind of inconsequential, isn't he? Aspas is another forward at 191, is a nice addition. And probably comes into your top reckoning. You've obviously got Harry Trades' as hero, Wavi Plado. Jared Bowen is the budget guy. Dzeko's a great budget guy. Shea Adams, maybe he scored for Scotland now, maybe he can score for country. Moses Simon plays every week and is an exciting project. So that's a nice actual add-on. I like what you've done there. Very, like, what was that? You got 25 for the limiteds and then for like 12 quid, got those 3 guys in. I think that's quite cool, by the way. I think you've done quite nice there. Because Ravella is really good. Those Italy things that are DNPs, they are. Ravella is good, man. Ravella's worth having a lot. I like that. Aspas we know all about. And Dorsch, if you just need an extra body in Team 4 at 90p, that's not bad really, is it? You know. So, yeah, I can dig it. And then at limited, it was La Liga, wasn't it? Where's the comment again? La Liga Unlimited in season. La Liga. So we got, oh nice, we bought a little batch. Sweet, so you already had Classic Solaire from last season, which is cool. We can only get one Classic in, so we only need a goalkeeper whenever you plan on using that. But we've got Sergio Herrera, Cucho, Sotelo. Nice. Yeah, cool. Fornals, Valentin Rosier. If he's going to play all the time, he'll be fine. Dendonker, that'll be cool. Calvo, that'll be cool. That's a nice little build, by the way. That's a nice little build that you've done with the change and market credits, I think is what you're telling me. That's really nice. Really nice, honestly. There's not really much to pick fault with that. That's a really nice one entry team. That's really cool. Yeah. Sergio Herrera, then you go like Calvo, Dendonker, Fornals, Cucho, Sotelo, Cucho, whatever you want to do. It's really good, man. I like that. I like it a lot. I think you've done very well with the budget you've had at your disposal, mate. Turning those MLS limiteds into a La Liga outfit like this and reinforcing your rares with market credits. Fine. I think you've done very good, mate. Very good work. This will be exciting to see how this does, this little budget effort. Because you're just, a team like this only needs to go streak 1 and 2, fail. Streak 1, 2, fail. Streak 1, 2, fail. A couple of times over. You're having fun, you're winning, you know, and you'll be able to reinforce and compound. So that's quite cool. I like that. Good job, mate. I like it a lot. Just trying to catch up with the requests in the chat. If I don't hit my MLS streak this week, I will sell them all. I get that vibe. I kind of sold all my tertiary MLS in seasons a few weeks ago. I've kept the New York collection because, of course, I have. You know, I've got a lot of this stuff. I've got a lot of this stuff. Good to see you all again. Fist bumps on arrival. I thought, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I caught all this. Just looking for the next request. I've almost caught up with the chat. Nice. We might not have had too many requests. We can get back to building the giveaway teams. Oh, Boyson in-season challenger and contender limited. Right, okay, let's put Boyson on. And then after Boyson, we've got Ben Crockett. And then Matteo asked me the question about the Celtic stack. Yeah, so I think Celtics, I would go Celtic stack if you've got the right pieces. Like, I think Scales is nailed this weekend, quite honestly. If you've got like Scales, Hitate, Negren, Balaquisha, you're probably cooking, man. And Orodine, sorry, I kind of missed that comment when it first came in. I'd more than gladly go through the gallery and stuff like that, but I only do that for channel members on this show, sorry. It's £1 a week, £4 a month. And Ben, so I'll add you on, Ben, you're next. And that'll be the last one, I guess. So after Ben, we'll go back to building the giveaway lineups. Ben Crockett. Let me double check what Ben said his name was. Oh, there it's there. Can I copy and paste from this screen? Copy. Paste. There we go. Boom. Love it. Okay, cool. Right, so Boyson. In-season challenger and contender unlimited. In-season challenger and contender unlimited. And Boyson, I really struggle to keep up with what we've... Yeah, all this looks quite new. Yeah, you've been picking some pieces up. So that's quite cool. What I'm trying to say is it's hard for me to... Oh, Callum Jackson, I also dropped a message. Oh, yes, that's it. Sorry, I've just seen you there, mate. I'll add you on after Ben. No problem, mate. And Mikey Basson, you messaged me before about something, so throw into the chat, Mikey, we'll get that too. But yeah, I don't know if you've just got like a shiny hustle on the go, or you're unpacking all the trusties. Lagerby, okay. Looks like an angry elf, doesn't he? No problem, Calm. Easy peasy. Strong midfield. Which is kind of a hard thing to build in this region for me. Sporting cards really look good, man, don't they? Yeah, plenty of options all over the place there. Plenty. And let's look at contender. We've got the two keepers. And defence is a lot thinner, isn't it? I guess we're trying to move some funds and some pieces out of challenger into contender. Or maybe cashing in a wee bit. I think this is okay. I think I've looked at this, I think, a few times. This kind of rings a bell, a wee bit of just being a wee bit dreggy. I think we've been building on it a bit when I've said maybe, I don't know what you're doing with it, but yeah, so Nakamura. We're just trading for fun, Boyson, aren't we? Hustling the market, buying the multiples, waiting for guys to move. I think they're both pretty decent looking. And when it comes to rare, what was he said for rare? Boyson, you've put so much in here, mate. It's hard to do all that. Like, rare contender. No goalkeeper? That's not what you're asking me to look at, is it? Jorg, I would love to say Twitch Primes do as well, but I have not got around to really getting myself abreast of that. I missed that comment from earlier, sorry. Caduce up front as well, so thanks for contributing to the chat, Jorg. I'm sorry I've been bad with the chat today. But yeah, YouTube membership is where it's focused, mate. So the other limited was like Eredivisie and stuff. So let's just go back to that rather than this rare that's got no goalkeepers. Eredivisie, Jupiler. Again, we've got keepers that don't play and goals. Outfield, we've got some guys. Double Marquez, double Gramel. A lot of these midfielders are backups, aren't they, I think? Nice little start, I guess. For one lineup, double player everywhere. And Jupiler. I suppose we'll have a classic keeper, won't we? Doi, I'm an idiot. Yeah, for one team, I think maybe two teams of defence there. Yeah, like just about maybe two teams for midfield if they all play. And then up front. It's just the same thing I always think, boys, with a lot of your strategies, it's just so thinly spread. And obviously you're playing the game your way, getting guys really cheap, hustling, getting multiples, trading around the market. But yeah, it's just always quite like low cost guys, and you kind of get what you get with those ones. You know, they're going to be infrequent scorers, they're going to be hard to project sometimes. And the main thing I would say for rares and limited somewhere is there needs to be a bit of consolidation and a bit of strengthening. If you had to pick only one, who are you taking? Scales or Vickers? I'm taking Scales, personally. So tough that, by the way, but I think Scales is only getting better season on season. And yeah, I don't know how Rodgers drops him. I've said that before, but and he's dropped him for Trusty. Vickers has got Dane Murray breathing down his neck. I'd probably go Scales. But yeah, so for all of that, boys, and it's kind of hard for me to succinctly kind of put my head around it, because obviously these are like 4 completely different limited strategies, and they're all built in completely different ways. Some of them are for like, you've just got this kind of footprint in here, don't you? And you're like, get a Redondo for 30p, cool, 60p this guy. You'll always add into that and try and play it. I get that. With the Challenger stuff, it's a bit more like punchy. You've got more Celtic, Rangers, Hearts players in here. Multiples are hustling the market. And I think it's looking good. Just needs the same kind of thing again, just a little bit of reinforcement, because again, Trusty's not playing, Bernardo's not playing, the Rangers guys are in and out. But there is like good strength in the guys you've got that will play. Like you've got McGregor, there's been a few other guys, I remember going through the positions thinking, oh yeah, there's Silva, some of these Midgetland boys as well that are like good to go. But then the Eredivisie one, classic keepers, of course, will get you going. But we're just playing like copycat teams, so we're playing 2 lineups, and maybe with 1 alteration between the 2 of them, and that's just kind of cool. That's fine. There's not really much to really critique on that, or it's just kind of adding into it, isn't it? You know, you've got kind of base guys here, and what both these kind of setups need, because you've got 2 Sivertsons, you've got 2 Marquezes, 2 Gramels. If you get 2 Verschurens, you do. So I'm imagining 2 copy teams essentially going out. And maybe there's some sort of interchangeability with a classic card here and there. I know that's SO5, you need to take one of those guys out, but I quite like that. So it just needs either in-season keepers and better classic choices to get going. But I don't mind the way you built that, but it's just there's not mad room for scope, I think, in it, for how like you're clearly in the budget category with the players you're picking up. And with how thinly you spread them, it's hard to know which one you're preferring to lean into, or where you personally see more opportunity in. Because I do think, like, for what you've got here, Eredivisie and Jupiler are smart ones to have a little footprint in, especially on a budget, and being cute and being like savvy to the market. Contender is probably the least, and Challenger is the one where you've got the most like bang for buck potential in it, with the Trusties and whatevers that are floating around. And the rare one, I couldn't even get my head around that now, sorry. Just with how long the stream's been on for already. The stream's not actually been that long, but the rare was Contender, wasn't it? Again, it's just these kind of budget pieces that we're picking up and finding if and when we can. No goalkeeper, like at rare. So I don't know what to. I don't know what I can say about that one. Right, Ben. Just watching the stream back, and where was the other comment? There it's there. Rare for Challenger, trying to build out 3 teams. Rare Challenger. So we've got 23 cards. I like what I see so far. We bit of Braga, we bit of Turkish League. Galatasaray. I'll probably just leave it on all because you've got a lot of in-seasons here, don't you? Oh, look at that Sane, by the way. He means business, doesn't he? That's cool. I like that. Right, so in goes. We're looking for 3 teams. We've got 4 keepers. Kakir, and he's still at Trabzonspor, isn't he? No, he's at Gala. Not playing because this guy's playing? Yeah. Onana's went to Trabzonspor. Or he's not? He has. I'm sure he has. Chat, help me out there. Onana's at Trabzonspor, isn't he? Bardake, Soyuncu, Elmale, Semedo, Savic. For 3 teams, you've got a good layout of defence here. I like Savic and I like Bardake, very reliable and solid. And in between the other 3, picking one of them is no problem at all for any given game week. So I think 3 teams, you've just about got your defence there. But if something happens to Bardake or Savic, I think you're back into the market again quite quickly. For 3 teams, I think all these guys are quite nailed on, but I do think Moutinho is someone you really need to have in the bottom team. I think he's team 3 all day, and you can go double midfield probably with team 2 and 1. Sané for team 1 with a double mid. Borja Sainz forward. Team 2. And in team 3, you're looking at double striker with like Ratkov, Oyanachu, Yilmaz. I really like this a lot, by the way. I think you've done fantastic. Really good quality. Really nice balance in numbers. So many guys you could captain. The defence is the only one that I think for how good I was expecting the midfield, and the midfield is still 5 players, isn't it, for 3 teams? I think you need one more midfielder just because of Moutinho's age. You need one more midfielder. And I don't think we really have any double defence potential. So I would say one more mid, one more defender, and your 3 teams are going to be a lot of fun to build every week. You'll have selection headaches, which is a good thing to have, and you'll be able to make different combinations to suit the best players rather than, oh, I need to play him here because of midfielder counts and stuff like that. You don't want to be thinking, oh, I need to keep this defender, otherwise I can't play 3 teams, or I need to keep this midfielder, or I can't go double this because of that. Now, I think your whole rig out, am I right in saying, oh no, we've got like a goalkeeper that's classic, don't we? Yeah, we've got 2 classic goalkeepers. But we can get classic outfield. You know, so I've just went and got a Skriniar, for example. £22 classic rare. Yeah, I thought you had Ederson. £22 for him. You put Ederson and Skriniar together as a team. You can put any midfield you want to put next to that. Even Szymanski, of course. And then when you get up front, you get great shot. Yeah, so I think that would be a great classic card for you to add in, is Skriniar. In midfield, try to think. I don't think you need that to... Yeah, you could have that as... Yeah, so I'm just thinking about the goalkeepers. Do we maybe want to try and make sure the next midfielder is in season as well? You could probably still get good value, I think. with in-season mids. I think Skriniar's a good exception because he's very expensive in-season. But in this region, classic midfielders, you could get Serie A and stuff like that. So is there another in-season mid we could pick up? I kind of think Yarinki is the best points per pound around. Really was close to getting him for myself. I ended up going with a McGrath. McGrath's not a bad shout. He's very cost effective. I think he's like 20, 30 quid in season. Borja Signs changes to a forward card. That's amazing. I think I personally would want him as a mid right enough, but Hatate for 50 quid. It's probably not really worth it, to be honest with you. I'd probably rather McGrath. Gabri Vega. Look at this happy wee smile. He's made all his money and he's back from Saudi. Yeah, McGrath 30 quid. I would probably buy that. That's like a 50 quid spend. Classic Skriniar in-season McGrath, or a 30 odd quid in-season midfielder. Oh, where did Dielmaz? Oh, he's went back to Italy, hasn't he? Don't know if he'll get into that team too easily. I like David Watson a lot, by the way. This guy's got potential. He's got a big future, I think. 25 quid. I'd probably rather McGrath for the extra money. I've just been scouting a lot of these teams for the Celtic channel. I've got a UEFA Europa League preview coming out. And a fair amount of these players are kind of involved in it, so it's interesting seeing their prices and their L5s here on screen. I'm going to look at Classic as well in the next minute. Stengs, in-season midfielder for Pisa. This Roska's a rookie. They spent a lot of money on him, relatively, from like Serbia or something like that. Billing, 50 quid. That's a bit punchy, isn't it? So let's see. Right, yeah, I'm going to go back to the beginning and throw the Classic button on. McTominay, 43 quid. De Bruyne, 58. Mandragora is £6.90, isn't to be turned up at. Rookie Yarinki, half price for in-season. It's maybe worth a shout. Ravella, tenner. We spoke about him earlier. Even McGregor for 12 quid is probably good bang for buck in that. Just for a bit of security. Oh, Pulisic mid. That's a lot of fun. 86 quid, right enough. Yeah, I think that's all I would do for that, mate. Get it. Definitely get the Classic Skriniar for 20 quid. That feels too good to pass up. And then, yeah, I'd probably try and get one of those in-season mids that we looked at, like a 30 quid guy. But if you did want to get a bit more power, Classic mid, there's lots of decent options here. But otherwise, mate, you're cooking. 3 teams are really strong. And then, yeah, Elijah Just, you've got Elliot Watt from Motherwell, so you could just get the other Motherwell guy if you wanted. I always say with those guys, they always just make me nervous that they're going to stop scoring points as soon as I recommend them or as soon as I buy them. Z Duffy, thanks for picking up your season ticket. Welcome back to the club. Welcome to the club. Kakir at Gala, Onana at Trabzonspor. 33 million. Yeah, he's all confirmed that for me. Kakir just joined Gala, should start. I think I'm picking up a classic screening art. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you said that before I said it, but it's good that we're on the same wavelength either way. So sorry if I was saying something you were doing anyway. Oh, Signs was meant to be 6th mid. Of course, yeah, but he's moved to forward, which has gave you that little imbalance. I think the only thing that stopped McGrath playing as much as he has is that they've had European qualifiers to mess with. He is 100% a main player for them. And as long as he's fit and available, like, I don't see how he doesn't play, to be honest with you. Is this the market page? Yeah, this is the market page. Yeah. Played the Kelly game. I think this was an injury that caused that. Missed the Partizan game, came back from injury. Off the bench for that one. Started the important game and then couldn't make it off the bench in this one because, yeah, fixture pile up. I think he's a main guy for them, personally, from where I'm sitting. But yeah, you could go with the Motherwell boys. You already got Watt, go get Elijah Just. That would make sense as well. Issue with Scotland is the weekend off, then midweek game. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Cup stuff. Oh, thanks very much, Ben. Appreciate that, mate. But yeah, maybe McGrath's a wee bit dicier. Fine. I've bought him. I'm expecting him to play this weekend. Didn't actually check the match predictions, but to be honest with you, so I need to check in on that when it comes in. It's not in yet, but I expect him to play. I think he's in the best team for them. Big contract from Aberdeen as a free agent. He's replaced Triantis in body and spirit, it feels like. So that's how I see it. But yeah, it's definitely not nailed. Maybe go with something a bit more defined. I really want a Stuart Armstrong when he gets cards. Just for vibes, obviously. But yeah, I really like this team. I think everyone else in the chat really likes it as well, mate. You've done very good with it. Very good. Yeah, classic Skriniar feels like a no-brainer. And then it's just the goalkeeper thing. So if we've got Guvink, it's like... So Ederson and Skriniar are going to be tied together, right? So that's fine. Then for team 2, like, you're probably looking at... if it's Kikir for Galatasaray, then you can't play the classic mid, which might be fine. So that means the classic mid would need to be in the Onana team. But Onana's classic. That's the way I'm reading it, isn't it? Yeah, I just don't think you've got the classic flexibility. Yeah, you've only got the one in-season keeper, which is the Skriniar pick then. You had... No, you've got in-season Sani. Did I think you had another classic smasher? It's just the keepers, isn't it? Yeah. So I think with the Ederson you can afford the Skriniar, but you can't really afford the classic mid with the keepers you've got at the moment. So I think you need to go in-season mid, and yeah, like Elijah Just, or... I hate saying like a broken record, but I went through some of those guys there. How much do you know about Contender? Depends what part of Contender we're talking. The Quinny treatment, thanks a lot, boys, and appreciate that. Do you have Contender stuff here? Is it limited? Let me have a wee gander if that's what you're asking. Let's have a wee nosy. Oh yeah, a lot more in season here. Playing keepers, backup keepers. Regular, okay. These Bundesliga 2 stacks hit. So if you've got the full team and you can keep your finger on the pulse with it. I've seen people in the Telegram group, it might have been you, Ben, chatting about watching these guys on the YouTube channel. The Bundesliga put it all out on. And if you can do that, these stacks can rip if you can really know who the guys are. You've got Wanizek in there as well. If this is what you were leaning towards, Ben, I like what you've got. Right, Corridor. Yeah, you've got good guys here. You'll do well. Something you need to pay attention to, I think, because I don't think it's too hard to get information for that league, but knowing getting the sniff of who's on form, who's going to win the weekend. Oh, I've seen that team play last week. They were terrible. They'll get, Bundesliga 2 is one of those leagues I think you need to have a finger on the pulse. Yeah, the limited teams. Nice. I think you've done really well, mate. A lot of in-seasons. And yeah, it's a good hustle, Bundesliga 2. Hanover are a top team. Juana's ex-team are always in the mix. I think you'll do well with that, bud. Guido, I'm good, man. How are you? How's your day been? And then before Mikey Boy in the running order here, we had our final request. This will need to be the final one. It was Callum Jackson. Just help on 2 champ rare classic lineups. Cool. And where's your previous message? Did it have? Yeah, I need your gallery name. I'll check Callum Jackson in case that's what works. No, I need your gallery name, Callum, if you're still here, buddy. I'll put in Mikey's at the moment. So, Mike, what was yours? It was like a streak thing, wasn't it? If you have time, can you look at in-season challenger limited, please? Looking at where to strengthen, got 4 teams. Nice. In-season Chally limited. And Callum Jackson, drop your club name, and we'll finish off for you. In-season challenger limited. In-season limited challenger. Yeah, Rico, man, that's why I was asking about Onana, because when you click on him, it says his next games are Man United games. It doesn't show the Turkish fixtures. That's why it threw me off. Should have made that clearer, sorry everyone. Strengthen the 4 teams. Right, so we've got Mitov, good choice. Radlinger looks like he's coming into play now, doesn't he? Samu, where are you kicking about? Oh, still Benfica? Yeah, still Benfica, okay. Just thought he was maybe playing there for a second. Classic Radlinger. Some other classic guys. I think the first thing, Mikey, will be another in-season keeper. Because it just makes life a lot easier when you do have classics. To not need to buy in-season outfield as much. And for 4 teams, again, the classic strength is there. In-season wise, Welsh probably plays for Motherwell. Kleiber's good. Lagerbielke should be fine. Oliveira's been playing a lot. For 4 teams, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you've just about got 4 and a bit of cover. We've not seen Grealish really come into the fold yet, so it's hard to measure him. Dorgalez is in and out. Moutinho we've mentioned already today. So between those 3 guys, I don't like they kind of are one guy in my head. This guy's cool. He's playing all the time. Talisca, I hope he's a guy. Like, I really hope. The change of manager worries me a little bit. I'm pretty sure Tedesco will like Talisca though, and play him often. But it's unknown. So I would say, like, you've got one nailed guy. I would say between these 3 Braga guys, you've got one, and I'd say Talisca's one, which means there's a lot of classic midfield pressure here, isn't there? And then up front, yeah, quality and attack. For 4 teams, see Gabriel Martinez and Elanuzi, I don't think they start all the time, do they? Yeah. So you can't really be thinking of them for team 1 and team 2. That's more like Nicholas Storm, Borja Sainz, Luke de Jong. So yeah, I suppose for where they are in the pecking order, that's fine. Then you've got Catano. So yeah, Etienne Green, are you playing? You've got Radlinger. I think an in-season goalkeeper and an in-season mid, Mikey. Green's in-season as well in Denmark now, but he would be last team. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I think an in-season mid, you might know you might feel the dynamic a bit better by building the lineups. I don't get that same option anymore, obviously. But it feels like your in-season mid is getting a lot of pressure on it. Maybe buying an in-season goalkeeper relieves that, because then you can just play your more classics and more teams in outfield. So I would think about getting another in-season goalkeeper, or one or two in-season mids, Mike. I think the goalkeeper is the easiest one because it's one player, and then you've got all your classics anyway. They just become available for selection for you now. A lot easier. But you all still need another in-season mid, I think, eventually anyway, so it's kind of unavoidable. Maybe just go for the mids. But yeah, I think that's the main thing, Mike, with this is, yeah, there's a lot of classic midfield pressure, isn't there? Wish I hadn't opened Borgia Signs now. You'd probably get somebody to trade you. Me, Guido, no, I don't personally play Eredivisie. You might be chatting to someone in the chat, but he's due to have his medical tomorrow. Onana says, Graham, thanks very much, Graham. Graham's always got the insight. Love it. Thanks for your help again. Had to change up my gallery so much. Had Roger Fernandez, yeah, that was a sore one. Expensive card that died on us as soon as we got him. £100 to £200 to work with to either build another classic champ lineup or to strengthen the two teams I have. When you get it to me, please, Quinny. Yeah, Calm, I still don't have the team name, I don't think. Let me scroll up in case I've missed it. I'll just drop my name in. Ben. Where? Maybe I'm blind. I'm sorry, Callum. Meant challenger, actually, in the message above, not contender. That's fine. I just don't have a club name. Callum Jackson. Yeah. There we go. C Jackson 95. There we go. C Jackson 95. Boom. Right, after this one, guys, I'll take a wee pause for the cause, and then we'll come back and build those last of the giveaway teams. So let's see. £100 to £200 to build another classic champ lineup or to strengthen my two teams. Also, any strengthening tips on Challenger Limited. Okay, so I'll start with Rare and we'll kind of... I think I can tell by looking at the 14 cards, we're not building in our team at this point now. We're going to be making the team we've got better with knowing that we've got a safety net of team 3 to play them in. So, two goalkeepers are quite fine. Galashi's... Both those keepers would make me very nervous, to be honest with you. Two solid banks of defence, two solid midfielders, and then double striker for both teams. Yeah, mate. So I think what you basically want to do, £100 to £200 you've got again. So I think the first thing to do with these two lineups is now buy another player in each position and give you options, because not all of them will play every week, not all of them will have favourable fixtures, and we need now a layer of depth. So if you've got 100 to 200, let's just stick with 100, right? Let's just stick with 100, and we're going to get one classic player in each position. Now I'm going to peek at goalkeepers, right? So there's this cheeky goalkeeper, we won't count him in the 100. Lamin's at 55, by the way, for anyone on a budget. Really at 48. I think Lamin's has got good potential because Man United will give him a lot to do. And if he's a good keeper, which I think he is, he could score really good points. And 50 quid is kind of like the 48 there for Rulli, 47 for Dam, and 50 for Luis Jr. Feels like 50 quid is kind of the floor of good classic champ keepers. Bataya at 35. Flecken at 43. Just interesting to see. I'll go to one more page and see if there's anyone sneaky. Matt's good to see you. I only do the gallery reviews for the channel members, Matt's. You can become a channel member by clicking the join button. It's just below the stream, or there's a pinned comment in the live chat. It's £1 a week, £4 a month. And we've got a Telegram group. I give away all my limiteds to the members, and we do this show once a week. Bernd Leno at 41 is good for this weekend. Oh, Ederson isn't champ anymore, so yeah. A Van der Voort for 30 is maybe not a bad insurance policy for you. Eskandel, Harry's boy for 27. If you had 50 quid for a goalkeeper, buying Van der Voort and Eskandel is probably a pretty sweet move, but we'll just move past that goalkeeper chat. Is it not challenger, not champ? No, it was champ rare, and then the guy had limited. Also, any strengthening tips on contender limited teams? Anthony Lopez is a nice keeper. I've got one. I like him. He's quite cheap as well. He's probably about the £25 mark, isn't he? Defense. Sergio Dominguez isn't in champ anymore. Have I got the champ filter on this? I feel like we did. And then we didn't. So another good quality defender that's not going to break the bank. Middlestat at 55 looks fun. 20 quid for Lukeba's not bad either. Cardona for £6. Pavard. By the way, Pavard, classic, 20 quid. That feels wild. I don't think he's expected to play this weekend right enough, so I don't think there's any mad rush for him. So as if he's going to, I don't think he's going to score good this weekend necessarily. Oh no, he is on to play. I think that's, wow, 20 quid for a Pavard. I think I would take that. Quiet at £9 is quite interesting also. Oh, Thomas, I'm sorry, my head's went blank. What are we talking about? Sorry, mate. Romero's not bad. Poro's not bad. Guardiola on injury discount might be worth a pick-up. Jules Koundé at 20 quid. I like that a lot as well. So I would definitely get like yours. It's definitely a £30 to £20 defender we can add in out of that lot. I don't know. Sorry, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change the position. In midfield. Cherky. Love him in a City kit. Elliot Anderson for 25 quid. Feels very good. Very, very good. Amiri, Pino, they're alright. Grealish. Buy Grealish. By the way. See, when O'Reilly gets playing in France, that will be wild priced. Bob at 18 quid is very good value for money also. Especially with the injuries City have got. Cherky and Marmouche. I think he's nailed. Wharton, very well priced as well. Even Maxime Lopez is doing alright, isn't he? Since they've been promoted. Wow, he is. He's made the step up. Look good, man. He's sneaky. Maxime Lopez, 25 quid. That's a jumper. That's a jumper. I even like Paqueta for 11 quid. You get so much value for money in Classic Champ. Yeah, that Maxime Lopez feels sneaky good. Grealish, Yeah, Grealish. 36 quid. Get that in. And then striker. Bit of depth, bit of high quality classic power. I think Waltemada could come good at Newcastle, but at 44, I think you could probably get better points per pound somewhere else, is my feeling. I'm a big fan of Ndoye. I'm a big fan of Ndoye playing for Ange. Guys, we spoke about Tedesco becoming the Fenerbahce manager. You just know how these things are going to go. Ndoye is going to fly under Ange. We can feel it. Semenyo at... Anthony, stop. Anthony, 32 quid. That's Grealish mid, Anthony up front. They're the two boss plays there. They're the two boss plays to really reinforce your teams, your two teams. Because what this extra spine will give you, right, is it's going to give you the extra layers of players that you need. Because right now, you've got perfect symmetry. You've got two keepers, which is one in each team. And then for each of those teams, two defenders, so 4 in total. Two midfielders, 4 in total. Two strikers, 4 in total. And like we mentioned, you might want to go triple mid here, triple defence there. You might want to mix it up. Maybe somebody's injured, goes off form. And this spine of players you're going to add in, maybe there's a goalkeeper involved, maybe there's not, right? But a defender, a mid and a forward. What this is then set up to do is win in-season cards. And at some point, once you've got 4 of them, you're going to need to take a big classic out of this team to run the in-season team with. And you want to have the flexibility to do that and not the wheels fall off the team. And also, you want it to be a guy that's good enough to go into an in-season environment and help you. Anthony's going to set La Liga on fire. Yeah, 30 quid for a classic forward feels pretty wild, doesn't it? And yeah, we looked at some goalkeepers. You could go and get another one in there as well if you want. And with some of the prices of some of those lesser guys that we had, you could probably just build a third team to go off the ground. So like 2 defenders at combined cost of 15 quid that are decent. And then like a mid and a forward or something anyway. Then you've got 3 teams, and then you know the last team is just the guys that didn't make it. You can maybe play arena as well by buying a keeper and some of these extra pieces with the extras that don't make the SO7 lineup. But yeah, that's what I would be. Sorry, my bad, Quinny. I was looking... Yeah, so that was a comment I seen from earlier. So let me see. Thomas Ronyon, you were right in at the beginning. Should I sell Haaland for more depth? Champion All-Stars. Hello. Oh. Try to catch up with your comments, mate. I'm really sorry. Right, guys, I'm going to take a wee break for a minute, and then I'll come back and we'll build the remainder of the giveaway teams. Get shouting in the chat, thoughts and feelings and takeaways and all that good stuff. I'll be back in 2 minutes. How long did that go on for? Oh, God, God, God. Off the beaten pitch, got an Anthony, well done. On the pickup. Yeah, sorry guys, sorry, I was all over the place there, babbling in silence to myself. But yeah, we've got me and McBride will be live tonight at 7 to go through all the Celtic stuff in a bit more detail. We're picking the last limited teams for the giveaways we've got this weekend. And me and McBride Ace will be live 7 o'clock tonight. Celtics are here. Me and Harry Trades will be on the Deadline show tomorrow as always. Sorry guys, sorry. Thanks very much for the chat shouting at me. I've got 3 chats open and I'm just so zoned into picking the team. Apologies. But yeah, the striker one is a bit of a headache here. Dyson's quite safe. All your Azabal's on pens. David's probably on pens. Nobody's that great. Oh. Yeah, let's play O. Yeah, I don't mind that. And then best of the rest. We've got Memphis there, but after international duty, he's not got a good record of playing in Brazil. Right after it. O and Joe David feels like a good partnership here. Yeah, let's go Joe David and O. Strikers, set PC mids, centre backs. That's a lovely build. Let's just captain James, because who else we're going to captain really? Oh wow, we've got 2 D1s. Love this. So we'll get the other Schmeichel in here. And then I didn't play Tierney in the last one because he's a bit jailbait, but will we do Tierney Ralston in this one? I fancy them to play. I've got them. Let's use them. And then in midfield, we've got Hitates and stuff. Do we maybe make a bit of a Celtic D1 effort? I think we might. Yeah, I don't think any of their midfield choices that are Celtic based are worth the take. Rusnak? What? They've got a great game. By all accounts. Oh, nice. Let's play Rusnak in here. And Dyson. And then do I have a Scales or a Vickers left? I don't think so, do I? No. Maybe stick Larson in here against Bromby. Enzo, maybe play the next team. I'm going to put Rodrigo Riquelme in this team, I think. Captain Tierney. Then we've got a D2 set up. Right, goalkeeper will be a bit tougher now. We have Tanny, McCracken, Sean Johns, Freeze, Fry, Barraza. Let's put a Freeze in here. And then defence. Yeah, Tolu's expected, so let's put Tolu in here then. Welsh is expected. Lenormand. Yeah, maybe play Tavon Gray actually. I think Tavon could be good in this type of fixture. Away from home. Get good triple potential. Gets into the final third. Doesn't lose possession. I like the thought of Baranashia, but he's not really been kicking it, has he? Alvaro Alvarez, Efrain Alvarez let us down with that 35 last week. It's not going to be forgotten. Zubimendi's quite safe. Is Saka? Oh, DNP. Oh no, 3. Saka had been on great form as well. This is quite tough. Let's go Zubimendi, right? Because he's just safe. And then, yeah, Llorente. And then up front, maybe play Memphis in this team in case he does go back a hero. And then we can captain him. And then final man. Yeah, maybe we're going to go Larson, final man, or a Jetty. Let's go Larson. Larson and Depay. It's a combo. Missed an NBA. What's that? NBA? Callum Jackson. And then the last one we've got in D3. So this one has got lower. Yeah, the field is a bit easier for it to fight. I don't know how to say that any other way, sorry. We've got Barrazas, we've got Fries, we've got Sean Johns. It feels like we should use Sean John. That means Tanny won't be getting a game this week. Was that continental action as well? Game week 8 and 9? Is he playing this game week? Is he playing like tomorrow morning or something? Did I not use him? That must have get scheduled late or something. I don't know what the deal is with that. Right, let's just put in 15% Sean. Remaining defence that are worth using consists of... I think we need to put Mickey Yaman into a team. This Koferez looked alright to me earlier on. We've got Raul Gustavo making his debut for NYC probably. Big Julian. Let's put Julian in there because we're going to play Teji in midfield. They're in the same team. Makes me want to play Welsh. Oh, we've got Bernaby. And Laggers. Laggers isn't expected. Yeah, I'm thinking... It's actually quite tough, this final defender's pick. There's not a great standout. Or even like, he'll do. Thiago Martins could be that guy, but... Let's go with your man. Then we'll play Teji. Actually, we're not going to play Teji, but there's still too many good options. Yeah, let's get rid of Julian. Oh, Pacheco's expected to play. That's fun. Oh, let's just leave Julian there. Second mid. So use Tate, Isaka, Matinho, Guerra, Sands, Teji, Armstrong. We have guys, don't we? Yeah, Forsberg. Let's put Forsberg in. We've got a Choupo-Moting starting to play as well, so maybe... Yeah, I don't want to not play Oyarzabal either. He's still here, so I think we maybe go Oyarzabal and then Choupo-Moting. No, let's just put Oyarzabal in. Don't need to pair people up. And then we've still got a Dyson. Still got an Hatate. Is Neymar going to play? I just feel bad not playing Neymar in the team. Yeah, we don't use Neymar. Yeah, I'm going to swap him for Bernabeu. There we go. Classic limited to Tati is £1. Wow. Yeah, if you need a classic, depending on what position, forward, defender, mid, that could be not too bad. Oh, jumping jimmies. What a shift, guys. What a member section we've had today. We've got great giveaway teams locked and loaded. We've got a few for champ, which look like this. So from this team here backwards, if they win anything, you guys are getting it in the giveaway. Really strong first team in champ here. I like the second team a fair bit as well. And the well, no, that was it, wasn't it? 2 teams. Really, we don't know if he's going to play in goals, obviously. And then that's just for me a throwaway. All star, and then this one, yeah, this looks good, man. This looks good. Power strikers, power centre backs, set piece taking mids. Bit of a Celtic stack with some attacking midfield support. And then, yeah, just good guys. And just good guys. Hoyland at Napoli. Yeah, he should do well. He did well at Serie A before. And it's a good team there to use a guy like him. Right, guys. Love yous all. Thanks very much for the support. Really does mean a lot. We've had some new members today as well, which means everything. So thank you very much. And yeah, I'll see you shortly on Celtic here if you're after a Celtic preview, or I'll see you tomorrow for the deadline show. Also live at 5 o'clock. If you're not a member, will be the Sorare Championship strategy video that I've carved out. So I hope you enjoy that. Have a great day, everyone. I'll catch you on the next one.